Nah, you're getting the mic for this one. I don't care. Let's just get this over with. I'm Bushiam0. I'm a VTuber. This is One Piece. One Piece is one of the most recognizable media IPs of all time. It publishes in Weekly Shonen Jump, is written by Eiichiro Oda. I made a video on it. Go check that out. And it pretty much has everything. It's one of the most popular manga properties of all time. One of the most popular anime of all time. One of the highest selling comics, not just manga, comics of all time. It has all these accolades, all these awards, all these things, and yet somehow it has the most insecure, clout-hungry fan base I've ever seen in my life. I don't get it.
One Piece? 嘘マジ？誰が一番好き？今関係ねえじゃん。
You cannot have a conversation with anyone about anime or manga or anything without some goblin coming up behind you and saying some shit like, have you seen One Piece? Yeah, that manga you're talking about is pretty cool, but is it as cool as One Piece? You know, that new seasonal anime, was pretty cool, but if you watched 1,000 episodes of anime like One Piece, do you like One Piece? You should like One Piece. It solo's your top 5.
I'm so sick of these people. You know. Oh.
And like, okay, all of that is like normal for like the shonen community. The shonen community loves to prop up one thing and kick others down. It's normal for them. I don't care at this point. It just shows that anime fans are tribalistic and don't actually care about just watching things. They want to feel superior for their nerd properties, right? Nah, I'm here to talk about something very specific because it's been coming up very frequently and I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. It started all the way back in, I don't even know the year, with this tweet where I think it was the episode where Luffy uses the red rock and they insisted that the red rock is finally surpassed the Kamehameha in terms of iconicness. Show of hands if you're a regular anime fan who doesn't watch One Piece, if you know what the fuck a red rock is. I guarantee you that number is around maybe 50% or less. That's highballing. Highballing that number is 50% or less because I don't know off the top of my head what a red rock is. I know what the Gum Gum Pistol is, and I know what Gear Second and all the other gears are, but like red rock specifically, I don't remember that. And I think that's sort of like a thing now, where it's like they're so focused on whether or not One Piece is iconic. If One Piece is the most iconic thing ever, if it can't just be the highest selling manga of all time, its power-ups and its characters gotta be the most iconic of all time. I see new tweets from these One Piece fans every single time. Look at this one. This is the newest iteration of them. Gear 5 is now more iconic than Super Saiyan.
What?
That's just like verifiably not true, but it delves into a deeper problem we have as anime fans because for some reason we keep interchanging terms. We can't just stick to one. We gotta keep like interchanging them and finding new ways to just say me like thing, me right, it's meat real good. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh. It's just crazy. It's just crazy because you can't just be satisfied. You can't be happy with saying my thing sells more than yours, right? You gotta now be more iconic than it. And it's like, I know that you're saying that because you just want that to be like, yeah, my thing's better than yours because it's more iconic. That's just not what iconic means, all right? What we really mean when we use the term iconic is really just how recognizable that thing is in the public consciousness, right? It's essentially a measure of popularity. It is the most recognizable popular thing that anyone in this world could recognize, right? That's what iconic means. Now, when it comes to One Piece, Gear 5 is a really cool ability. Gear 5 is Luffy's final form. When they premiered it, it was like, oh man, we all wondered what Luffy's final form would be, and look at it, he's Bugs Bunny. I mean, that's cool, that's creative, and in story that makes sense. Do you understand how specifically Gear 5 would not and in no universe ever be more iconic than Super Saiyan? I personally like Gear 5 more than Super Saiyan, but you can't tell me that Super Saiyan isn't more iconic than Gear 5 when Super Saiyan almost literally created the thing that Gear 5 is, the anime power-up. I know that if we're going to like the nitty-gritty and like the pedantic details, that technically speaking, if we want to look to power-ups, we gotta look to tokusatsu like Kamen Rider, Ultraman, or Super Saiyan Sentai, or even then we could look at things like Kinnikuman. I'm not going to be pedantic. I'm just going to be generalized because the general public recognizes that Super Saiyan is the very first popular transformation. And to this day, that shit's not changing, and it's likely not going to. Super Saiyan was something that was never really seen before. A genuine form change for a main character that provided a substantial power-up that allowed him to beat a final boss. Since then, we see it everywhere. Naruto Kyuubi form, Ichigo's Bankai, Asta Black form, and of course, Luffy with his gears. But can you kind of see how the most recognizable and arguably the creator of the thing that Gear 5 is would probably be more iconic than Gear 5? And again, that's just true. That's just facts. But the One Piece fans aren't satisfied with that. They gotta go and start pulling up fucking YouTube views on clips. Look at that. This has more views than this. This has more views than that. Motherfucker, Gangnam Style has more views than Luffy Gear 5. I guess Gangnam Style is the most iconic anime power-up, motherfucker. What are you talking about? If we're gonna start pulling the fucking views numbers, Rebecca Black's Friday, fucking Despacito,
Justin Bieber.
the fucking Minions trailer. What do you want to say? The Minions are more iconic than Gear 5, dumbass? Like, what are you doing? And in terms of anime, like, iconic just means what the general public is more aware of, right? You see Sailor Moon stores all over Japan because Sailor Moon's iconic. Sailor Moon's one of the most iconic, recognizable anime properties out there. In fact, technically speaking, if we're talking in just Japan, Kamen Rider rivals One Piece often, right? That's just what the truth is. I can name a bunch of things that are probably more iconic than specifically Gear 5 and specifically the Red Rock, right? Here we go. With the Rasengan, Shadow Clones, Naruto Running, Bankai, Getsuga Tenshou, Kamehameha, Special Beam Cannon, Goku Super Saiyan, Gohan Super Saiyan 2, Broly, Ultra Instinct, and there's reasons for that one. Deku Smash, unfortunately Gurenge, Sailor Moon Transformation, Get in the Robot Shinji, the Hara Hara Yukai dance from Haruhi Suzumiya, the biting your hand bullshit from Attack on Titan, speaking of which, Gurren no Yumiya, the Suicide Squad pose that they do over there. Like, there's a lot of things that are technically speaking more iconic. Are any of these things cooler necessarily than Gear 5? A good number of them probably, but like, that doesn't mean they're better. That just means that to the public, they're more iconic and are thus more recognizable to them. That's all that shit means. Do you think Joe Dumbass from Wisconsin is gonna know what Gear 5 is? Do you think he's gonna know what that shit means when Luffy uses Haki against Kaido, and unlike Gear 5 is a reincarnation of Joy Boy, which actually unlocks the ability that like the Joy Boy promised back in all the way in the Void Century, which the Joe Dumbass from Wisconsin doesn't know what that is. Joe Wisconsin probably knows what a Pokeball is. Joe Wisconsin probably knows what fucking the Naruto run is because he saw 17 TikToks of it, and Joe Wisconsin likely knows what a Kamehameha is because that's just what's more popular. That's just what's more iconic, and Gear 5 is not gonna be that because Gear 5 is a final form in 1,000 episodes of a long-running show that most people really haven't seen in the general public. But you know what they have seen? Zoro with holding the 3 swords, Gum Gum Pistol, the One Piece rap, the first opening of the One Piece anime probably, and unfortunately thanks to TikTok, New Genesis, right? There's probably things that are more quote-unquote iconic, and the fact that we're even having this conversation speaks to the way the anime community likes to interchange terms. Like, let's talk about the fact that the anime community desperately wants to find the new big 3, right? Oh, actually the big 3 means it's the ones that I like, and this is the new big 3, and this is the shadow big 3, and this is the dark trio, and this is the Neo Genesis archetype Shadow Force underground Black Wing Cthulhuthon trio. Like, suck my balls, dog. Like, I don't even know what this means. The big 3 is specifically a group of battle shonen that became popular at the same time and rose to popularity at the same time in the Western anime community. I'm probably gonna make a video on that, but the term just doesn't mean the best ones. It doesn't mean the best ones because Because if that were the case back in the 2010s or even the 2000s, those dumbass anime fans would be putting Cowboy Bebop, Ava, and Ghost in the Shell or something, right? They wouldn't be putting 3 battle shonen that they all look down on, trust me. But these ones were the most popular, so they were the ones that got the name the Big Three. It's just a name that refers to iconography, how popular the thing is. In fact, if we really want to be pedantic and start interchanging terms, then Pokemon is the most iconic and is thus the best. Do you agree with that? Does the world agree with that? I don't think anyone's gonna be saying that Pokemon anime is better than One Piece, probably. But like, if we're gonna be using shithole terms in place of other terms, then yeah, I guess I think it's more iconic. No, dumbass. Iconic doesn't mean better than. It just means a thing that is more recognizable and thus represents a certain community or medium in the most positive light. That's all it means. In that sense, no. Gear 5 is never gonna be more iconic than Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan represents a benchmark for all anime fans because it's the first thing we think of when we think of a transformation sequence. It's just how things are. I am never going to think of Gear 5 as my first transformation sequence because One Piece doesn't get transformation sequences until like later on in its first third. And anime fans got Dragon Ball Z first, and those transformations happen pretty early, alright? So like that's just how things work. In the case of something like Ultra Instinct is a new transformation and a new original anime property for a show that is one of the most iconic anime of all time. In fact, One Piece owes a lot of its fame to Dragon Ball, and that's just true. You can ask Oda, you can talk about it while him and Toriyama are exchanging cocksucks, right? That's how that works. And like, that's just how that is. And I think that's the thing. Ultra Instinct wasn't spoiled, it was theorized for months, for years. We were wondering what Goku's new form was gonna be until we realized he just turned white, right? Oh wait, what does that sound like? Unfortunately, I was spoiled on Gear 5 like 500 years before the chapter came out. And now One Piece anime onlys are getting spoiled 1700 times per second. I think it's probably reasonable to say that they're not exactly going to be calling this iconic because they got spoiled to it by 17 anime accounts, right? Something that's iconic leaves an impact. It's powerful and it's like generation defining in what it does and how many anime fans remember it. That's just all that means. It doesn't mean it's your favorite. It doesn't mean it's the best. It just means that more people recognize the thing because it's an icon. Again, if we're doing the stupid views bullshit, I must once more remind you that some shit like, oh, I don't know, the Steven Universe Future trailer has more fucking views than Gear 5. Whoa, my god, guys, Steven Universe is more popular than One Piece. Steven Universe is more iconic than fucking Gear 5. Is that what you want to be saying? Do you want to be going around saying that shit? I know you don't want to admit that, and you're going to be drawing that double standard when it comes to it because, oh no, it's not the same thing. Views don't matter, but it only matters when I do it. Shut up. It's not more iconic. But you know what is iconic, though? You clicking that subscribe button on the Boosham Zero channel, baby. Let's go. If you hit the bell, you're not gonna miss more videos just like this one. And if you leave me a comment and a like below, make sure you tell me what you think are the most iconic things in anime so I can give you a heart and a like and tell you that you need to go see your parents. Also, if you want to get videos just like this a day early, you should become a member. Click the join button. All the members get these videos a day early. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.